Hi folks, welcome to Code Alive with Anurag, and in today's video we will be covering out the edit URL part of the URL shortening application. So in previous video we have covered the get URL, which basically used to get the original URL using the tag which is generated while doing the shortening part. So in this video we will try to have the edit part of that. So using the tag we can edit the URL and the expiry dates and all for this endpoint. So let's continue. So I'll first have a function which will be edit URL. This will be a gin.context. So let's first extract the c dot param, the short id from the query param itself, short id, and here we also want the request body. So from the models we can get it, request. So if we will be having some kind of issue while binding the JSON response with our Golang struct, then we can have that all error handling also here. This will be a body, and check if the error doesn't equals to nil. So this should bind, yeah. So c dot json, so c dot json http dot status bad request. So in this case that will be a bad request when we are not able to bind it, the JSON, with our Golang model. So for that let's have a meaningful error message here that cannot pass JSON. Okay, so this is how we are handling the JSON passing part. So let's use the same database number which we have used in get URL also. So we will be using the DB number 0. So it will be differ r dot close. So this should be a capital close, yeah. So let's check, first of all, check if the short id exists in the DB or not. Okay, so let's extract two things from here, a value and an error. So we'll do an r dot get, the same thing which we have done in using the get part, we are doing here also. So if there is any kind of error, or you can say that if the value we got is in any case empty, then what we can do is c dot json http dot status not found, the error will be short id doesn't exist here. Okay, so in this case if we are not able to get anything from the database, we have nothing to update also. So in this case we will say short id doesn't exist. Now if everything went well, then what we can do is we can perform update the content of the URL with the short id also here. So let's have this error where we used to set up this value. So actually we have to set the value of the database using the short id as well as the body.url, and not even the URL we can update, we can also update the expiry time also. So we can also update expiry time here also. So let's take those values. First of all, database.ctx, the short id associated with it, the body.url here, body.expiry, and that I wanted to have in 3600 time.seconds. time dot second, and we will return error from here if we catch any. So if there is an error while setting up the value, we can just say c.json http dot status internal server error gin.h, and here you can say error unable to update the shortened link, or you can say unable to update the shortened content, because we can able to update more things apart from link also, and we will directly return from here. Okay, now if everything went well, we will be just directly doing a c.json and doing a http dot status okay, and an error message which is gin.h here, and the message will be the content has been updated. Okay, so the content has been updated. So basically what we have did here is, so we will be taking the body, the path param which contains the short id, and we will be basically checking whether that path param's shortened id already exists in the database or not. If in case it doesn't exist, then we cannot able to perform any kind of operation there. Otherwise, we will be setting up the values, and we can set up the body.url and body.expiry time to update it in the database, and we can also show the content of the DB to the user here also with this particular message. So yeah, so that's it for the today's video. If you have any queries with the video, you can just comment down in the comment section. I'll try to resolve your queries, as well as if you want to have a better understanding of Golang, you can also check my Go Basics playlist.